And if I want to survive this, I'm gonna have two.
Is that gonna work?
We're gonna have two Scotchmen here. One of us I have to go, and it'll be me or you. So it's on. We're just.
I think it's cutting my head off.
No, cut to that.
If I sit back like this,
you might cut my head off when this is all over. No, that's okay.
You
Look,
sure?
no, look, there you go.
Okay.
It's better than nothing.
Yep.
I don't like this. This is going to distract me. The color.
The color? Do you want something a little bit higher?
A little bit. No, I said the color.
Oh, the color.
Scottish.
I picked. That's my target.
Scottish.
Well, that's not my target.
That's what I said.
This?
No.
You
It's
sure?
okay. It's okay. No. I said it's going to distract me because this is me breed. I'm agitating. See?
Yeah.
Don't you love non-editing?
There you go. Live as it happens. Yeah.
And you are
Dan Taylor.
Dan Taylor, and I am. Where am I?
Where are you? Right now you're in the Cultural Market office.
And there's, you see, the farmers, to you people don't understand, there's a farmers market every Saturday, and then it's a capitalist system, private entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it.
This here, it's more of a social enterprise, you would say. Yeah.
And there's a north side farmers market.
So there's the Boyce Family Market, there's the North Side Market, and then there's the Cultural Market. And we're open every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2.
How does a person go on a diet with all these markets around?
I don't know, but if you're like me, you love food, so.
Okay, so you guys are going to be out of here for a little while, this area?
So, yes, correct. So the location that we are right now, we still call it the Wellness Center, from when it was a Y, is where we hold the market every Saturday. That is going to be going through a renovation here in the new year.
What has to be done?
Oh, everything. They're stripping it right down from the ceiling right down to the floor. So
Why?
it needs attention.
Okay.
If you look at it, it needs some good attention. And the room has not changed other than having the old rubber floor removed when it was the Y, and they had the weight room and stuff in there.
Who's paying for that?
That is the Cultural Center owns the building, and there's 15, 16 different cultural organizations within the building that rent space, and the Cultural Market is one of those.
So is the exhibition ground is this part of the exhibition ground?
Nope. So the Cultural Center owns the building and the land that it sits. So without getting into the boundaries, it's pretty well, if you come in off of Saunders, that right when you get into the parking lot, it's pretty well split and even. One side is the Cultural Market, or the Cultural Center's property, and the other side belongs to the
And
Friends.
next door where they sell the grain or whatever, the cat food, the dog litter.
Sure Grain, so Sure Grain and Tim Hortons and Williams, they lease that property from the Frex.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the only area.
Yes. So
Okay,
we, when I say we, the Cultural Center was given this or purchased it for $1 back 7 years ago, I think it is now, 6 years ago. I'm losing track.
From the city or from the city?
From the province of New Brunswick.
From the province of New
Yes,
Brunswick. Okay,
yeah.
because some individual asked me, it's my Scottish talk, some person asked me, well, what about my French, how's that?
Okay.
So they told me about the city, and they want to build some land, and that's
the Frex property.
This has nothing to do with
So the city leases that property
Okay.
to Frex. So that has nothing to do with that.
Good, okay. So my concern was, or suggestion, when I saw you on TV and asking you would like to have some more, if there's an area that you could lease for how long, 6 months?
4 to 6 months, if not longer, because you know what renovations are like. Construction, you always
Find something,
you always find something that
delays.
So there's two things that are going on. Yes, temporary, but also there's a cost to moving any kind of business, right? Social enterprise or whatever, and what they call the collateral, the signage, the changes to your address, and also customers, right?
Yeah.
So to move twice. Or 3 times potentially could have a very negative impact.
Once, twice, 3 times too many. That was a good song.
Right.
Listen, how come you guys don't move in the exhibition every?
So that could be a temporary spot. We have not reached out to Frex yet. It is a possibility, but we're not really focusing on the temporary because we really don't want to incur that cost twice.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were really looking. I thought this was the perfect spot.
It is, but when the renovations are done, there's another issue about storage. A lot of our vendors do not, they store stuff, so if nobody here that when they hear this interview can see this, but
there's only about 5-6 people that watch it.
Okay, so there's a wall that's in the back towards the double doors. That's storage where the vendors keep. That will not be in existence when the renovations are completed. So that becomes an issue about where do the vendors that have the larger items like coolers and freezers and stuff like that, where are they going to put that stuff? So we also have to look at storage or a permanent place so that they don't have to tear down all the time. Because that's hard. Every Saturday, tear down, put away, put back up. Like I'm in here at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning setting things up. Right?
That's how they do it. Yep. Farmers market, same thing.
Yep.
In and out. It's a lot of work.
Yep. So it could mean a change in the business model, which we are looking. It could mean that we're open multiple days a week, or it could be that we remain open just on Saturdays. It all depends on the location.
I went there last time I came here was about a year ago. There was all kinds of vendors.
So every Saturday is different. Because of the vendors that we have, many are here some Saturdays, they're not here others. It all depends on if they stay in the city, especially immigrants. Sometimes they move to Ontario and to Toronto and those places. Sometimes they come back. If they're not successful, they can't stay open if they're not paying the bills, right? If they're not able to pay for the food that they're selling. So if they don't get the support from the city, they don't, or the people that visit the market, they just can't remain open.
Not too many vendors there.
We have 14. Today we have 3 or 4 that out. So we have regular vendors and casual vendors. And casual vendors could be here 3 Saturdays in a row. They could be here every other Saturday. So it depends on the Saturday that you come in.
So if there's certain food you like the farmers market, boys market, like my sausage, I go there every Saturday. My sausage has been there for 20 years.
Yep.
He still won't give me 10% off my birthday. I mean, he's cheap.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's not Scottish, he's German at that.
Okay.
So anyway, focus, Charles. So turn it around. So here, your regulars, they're not regulars, they're just come to the door.
So our food vendors tend to be more regular because you can't be here one Saturday and next. Now that doesn't always work.
I thought that's what you said.
No, so there's regular vendors and casual. Casuals come and go,
that's
right?
The word. Okay.
So your regular vendors tend to stay, but even at that, some vendors after 2-3 months, if nobody's buying their food, they can't. People have to support them. Right? It's like anything.
Any offers yet? Tomorrow?
We have a couple of spots that we're looking at, but nothing concrete that I'm able to talk about right now.
No.
But I have to make a few more phone calls on Tuesday just to put the feelers out. We've already had one place that we reached out to that probably could have been a good temporary spot, but they have said no. At this time they just can't accommodate something this size. So, and that's fair.
Yeah, so that's why there's a big, like I said, there was a big, when I came here the last time, oh my God, there was all kinds of, and a lot of them have moved on.
Some have opened up businesses, their own businesses, like the Waffle Station downtown on York Street in the King's Place. Yeah. They used to be here. Zeev, who's no longer in the city, but Zeev had her spot here. She opened up a huge food truck, but she had to move away because of family issues. So, but she did open, one of the largest food trucks that was here in the city.
So Fredericton's a good landing spot, and come here. What's your company name?
So it's called the Cultural Center.
The Cultural.
Or Cultural Market, sorry.
Cultural Market. What's your website?
www.theculturalmarket.ca. I can even give you. You want a business card? If I've got one out here.
Who's the
Look at that, I don't have one.
Who's the singer that's trying to distract my ADHD brain?
Right now that's singing, it's Marc Lejeune.
Marc Lejeune, where have I heard that before?
Well, it's a North Shore name.
Must be French.
Lejeune is definitely
Peut-être il chante
francophone. Yeah.
le 1755.
Yeah. So he's, and I don't have one here. Once we finish the interview,
Yes.
I
You've
can
done
pull one out of the
30
drawer.
seconds.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
here we go.
there you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah, look at that. So there you go. Anybody that wants to, my 5 listeners, there you go. So they could go at the market.
Hopefully it doesn't show up like that because
we'll
it's
see.
backwards like a mirror.
Yes, that's right. But the bottom line, it's info at culture.
Theculturalmarket.ca. That's the email address. And the website
Oh, you got a
is
Facebook.
Facebook and Twitter.
Theculturemarket.ca Facebook.
Yeah. So they have to make sure they put the cultural market.
Duh.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce the H in French. Duh.
Yeah.
The Culture Market, and then go on Facebook. Never mind the blog.
They can go on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram.
They're all over.
And you'll be able to find
How's
us.
it going? Success so far? Or?
Yeah, it's been a little over 5 years, and when we opened up really too big. If you were here the first few months that we opened, we had way too many vendors.
There was a lot.
Everybody wanted to have their, and there's just not the population in Fredericton to support that many vendors.
Is it private? If I ask you, what's the rent?
What we pay for rent
No,
to the
what's
culture?
the rent?
So it all depends, right? On our website, it clearly says for regular vendors it's 50, and what that includes, and for casual vendors it's 30. However, we sit down with individuals and we talk about their needs, and if that fits in, and there's discounts that are available and stuff like that.
You have good public relations skill. How Scottish are you?
How Scottish am I? Well, let's put it this way. My father was 99% Isle of Arran, and I don't know if you're familiar with Scotland. That's on the west coast. And my mother's a mixture of Irish and Scottish. So her Scottish side come from Ayrshire, which is right across the bay in Scotland from the Isle of Arran. So my mother's people came from Scotland to Dunlop, just outside of Bathurst, and my father's people settled in Balmoral and Dundee, outside of Dalhousie. So I'm a North Shore boy.
So me mother is Scottish. She came from Glasgow, Scotland. Married my father. That's a pure Acadian.
Right.
I'm half pure Scottish.
Right. So Acadian. So it's interesting you say that, because if
It's
you
a
look
parade. I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. But anyway.
if you look at the Celtic tree, so you've got your Scots, you've got your Irish, you've got your Cornish, and the Breton in France, and the Acadians are from that area, predominantly around Brittany and those places.
Yeah.
So the Acadians, and if you listen to their music, it's very similar to the Irish and Scottish. There's there's similarities there, right?
1755.
Yeah.
C'est bon.
So there is a connection. Yeah. Always
Okay.
good to talk with you, Charles.
You too. It's been
Yeah,
about 2 years.
Well, it's been the first time we had our chat was over the Robbie Burns statue when we
Yes.
tried to hide it away, and yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah.
How we miss Brad Woodside. Got an opinion on the mayor? No, let's leave it there.